ओम श्री परब्रह्मणे नमः। ओम श्री श्रुति मात्रे नमः। ओम समस्त गुरु परंपराय नमः। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। Our 11 characteristics: the loka seva, dharma seva, viragatva, bhaktatva, shishyatva, mumukshutva, jignasutva, shrotrutva, sadhakatva, parishrami, prerana yukta. And our 6 sources of blessings: Shruti Mata, Guru Parampara, Adhisthana Devatas, Adi Parashakti Mata, Ishvara, our Ishtadevata, Sakshat Parabrahma. Great text Shwethashwathara we took up in the continuation of study of our Upanishads from almost last 4 years complete. Ishakena Kata Prashna Munda Mandukya Taitriya Aitareya. Yes, may not be fully we are thorough mastered the subject and delved deeply in meditation, but at our level of study, definitely it is helping us in gathering some information, some knowledge. The Sambandha Bhashya given by Adi Shankara is such a complete one for a serious, sincere student, covering all important basic aspects of spiritual understandings as to the role of karma, role of jnana, etc. in the entire spiritual evolution. What is their understanding, position, and all of that. Today's references where Shankara Bhagawan gives are as beautiful as what we were studying so far, rather little more beautiful because of the clarity of the picture given regarding the Adhyatmika sadhana steps. Let us cherish them. Before that, our sankalpa, before the 2 minutes thought today, what it is this much key. Simple, study Shastra, become clear about Paramatma as the goal. Then what? Manage all our faculties, each one of them. Then apply them for that spiritual sadhana. Managing the faculties, mastering the faculties, then using them, applying them for their respective spiritual sadhanas. This clarity we must have. In the application of these faculties, the necessary outer actions, works also are included, sevas, pujas. So, what faculties we have? Buddhi, the mana, the indriyas, the sharira, all of them. So, if we want to gain the jnanam, tattva jnanam, it is the work of the buddhi. Therefore, buddhi has to be minded and managed. And this buddhi being not independent of sharirendriya prana mana, they also have to be trained to support buddhi basically. Same way, if we want to enjoy the bhakti, doing the bhakti sadhana, then bhakti is mainly done by mana with all its bhavana, prema, sankalpa, all of that. But the other faculties of buddhi, body, senses, prana must be supporting that. In the same way, the yoga marga, if we take, our attention is on the chitta. But then the other things, the buddhi should be always with it, mana should be always with it, indriya should be cooperating. In the same way, if our sadhana is the karma yoga, it is mainly done with the karmendriyas, but backed by jnanendriyas, mana, buddhi. So they should be. That means what? Necessarily Every main faculties have to be managed, strengthened, and mutually integrated. And then, whatever the sadhana opt for us at that moment, apt for us, or guided to us by the Guru, we should be able to do that. What calls for this is another point of other than this, nothing else should be given undue importance. And that inner atmosphere, that outer situation, we have to create. It may not happen immediately, but in few years of time. Let us say after 5 years, all my faculties will be mastered by me, integrated. They will be used only for these various spiritual sadhanas. After that 5 years, other than the sadhana, nothing should be there in my life. For that, from now onwards, one, I pray to the Lord to give me that situation. Second, I myself become intelligent to negotiate, live my life in such a way that that state of situations I am creating after those 5 years. So to outside also, whatever to be done, I will conclude all the things to be done related to all things and beings, and I will not allow any new thing to be added. Now, if this way we are intelligent and well planned and execute the plannings, definitely after 5 years, none of the other things or beings or projects or positions will trouble us. And these 4 5 years of training say our all faculties also become intact, integrated, and then after that, solely single pointedly into those deeper, higher sadhana journeys we can enter into. All that is done again when we find the glory in spiritual path, moksha in spiritual path, the infinite ananda in the spiritual path, and in any other path there is a bondage. When we clearly understand this, then only we will be serious about our adhyatmika jivana. All these are to be, minded by ourselves, by focusing on ourselves. Generally क्या होता है, by focusing on things and being situations, outer doings, etc., we lose the sight that we are as an individual, life after life, are given chance for our own personal evolution. ये अपना जो आध्यात्मिक प्रगति है, this gets neglected in the general व्यवहार. थॉट भी नहीं आता कि आई एम द सेल्फ, आई हैव टू रियलाइज इट, नाउ आई एम लिविंग एज जीवा. ये बात ही आता नहीं समझ. That is how the power of our delusory involvement in the outer world. Therefore, whether the Lord gives us that, what do you call, aloneness, seclusion, or we choose the seclusion, we have to spend some time, like Rama has done, with ourselves. Ki what is happening in my life? What am I pursuing? What exactly has to be pursued? ये थोड़ा सा ना एक आध महीना इस पे और करने से then we will be understanding कि oh, no, I have to mind myself more for my own evolution than anything else. Everything else is obligatory but not compulsory. In the spirituality is not obligation, it is a compulsion. Because in that only me as a jiva evolve. Me as a sadhaka will evolve. Okay, therefore, I am here given this opportunity to do the duties, to do little services wherever I can, but more than that, through them also, otherwise also, my purpose is my own spiritual evolution. To these type of correct and clear and complete understandings, we have to get conviction about. In this world, a person, good or bad, does it perfectly only after conviction. The one who's not convinced, he can't be a proper thief also, terrorist also, Ghotalebaz also, nor a great sadhu or service oriented person or Deshabhakt. In the same way, in these understandings, we have to have conviction. My service to the world, my duties in the world are a part of my main purpose of life, that I have to focus on myself for my own spiritual evolution. See, imagine how will be our state of intellect and mind if this conviction comes. The conviction is the main purpose and goal of life is my own adhyatmika pragati. Then all our wanderings in the world, unwanted involvements in the world, they all will be stopped. They are the ones coming because of moha are binding us to this world again and again. We are never available to ourselves for our own spiritual sadhana and evolution. Can there be more funny thing than this? I am not available to myself for working on myself for my own evolution. I'm lost. This is called Maya, this is called Moha, this is called as Samsara, this is called as Ajnana, this is called as Avidya. धीरे हमको उसे बाहर आना. That's why take time, give thought, and decide. Discuss for with oneself and decide. My main predominant project objective of the life is my spiritual growth. And to get out of the outer worldly entanglements, I do my duty there, a little seva I do, then wash the hands. Now come to the chamber of exclusive spiritual sadhana. My Shastra Adhyanam, my writing my own notes regarding goal and means, my own various upasanas to invoke the Krupa of Guru and Bhagawan. Then my yoga sadhana, vritti nirodha, my other sadhanas of japa, etc., to intensify or strengthen my faculties. इसी पे लगे रहते हैं साधक मतलब. Then the guru, then discussion with the guru regarding the goal and means and where do I stand and what immediately I have to do. इन सारे बातों पे हमारी नजर आ जाएगी. अब ये सब हम मानते ही नहीं दिन भर. Throughout the day, our mind never focuses on all these things because decisively we are not spiritual sadhaka. That's why our third point is sadhakatva among the 11 points. Every day we talk. So this is how Shastra Adhenam, Paramatma is the Lakshya. Every faculty is strengthened, intensified, integrated. Work towards that. While doing so, we have to finish our outer obligations as well as take time and think and decide that we have to be the basically spiritual seeker. ऐसे कुछ चार पांच चीज़ों में हमें ज़्यादा क्लैरिटी है तो without any ambiguity we will do sadhana. Definitely we see the result also of it. What is inspiring is really getting the result, but correct doing only gives correct result. So correct doing demands correct understanding. So these are the correct understandings. May we become day by day very clear in our intellectual clarity of what to achieve, how to achieve, and what to do. And walking on that path really celebrate our every moment. There should be no guilt, no regrets, no remorses, no disappointment, no dejections in life. I know what I have to achieve. I know what I have to do. I am doing what I have to do and I can see the result. That type of confidence in us is a beautiful thing, worthy. Then, in a confused mood of what to do, what not to do, what to achieve, what not to achieve, and then all the time doing something lower, something unacceptable only, then feeling that regrets and guilts. इसके बजाय सही. May God bless us, Gurus bless us. May we receive their blessings. That's more beautiful. Om. 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 सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्यासम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ॐ यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। ॐ शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ॐ निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ॐ जगतीमवितुं कलिताकृतयो विचरन्ति महामहसच्चलतः अहिमां शरीवात्र विभासि गुरो भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम्। ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रुतिमात्रे नमः। समस्तं ब्रह्मविद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः। श्री श्वेताश्वतर उपनिषदः आचार्येभ्यो अस्मत् गुरुभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्षसिद्ध्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकहैन्दव संस्कृतेः साम्प्रदायानां शास्त्राणां मोक्षमार्गाणां भक्तिज्ञानयोगानां पुनरुत्थानजागरणविश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिकप्रगति एकता शान्त्यर्थम् अस्मिन् धर्मसंस्थापने कङ्कणबद्ध अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां पूर्णायुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्यक्षेमस्थैर्यादि शक्ति साधना संपदा सानुकूलता प्राप्ति बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुविघ्न निर्मूलनेन धर्म संस्थापन कार्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणाम अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थम वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम नित्यानंदं निराधारं निखिलाधारम् अव्ययम् निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहम्। अथ प्रथमोऽध्यायः शान्तिमन्त्रः। ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ अथ सम्बन्धभाष्यम्। So the Purva Pakshi's Prashna was Nanu Kurvannebeha Karmani Jijivisheta Shatakam Samaha. Doing karma alone, present continuous tense. We should desire to live 100 years of life. Iti, in this way, Yavad Jiva, as long as we are alive, karma anusthana neme sati. When there is a niyama in the Shastra only, Upanishad only, the first Upanishad only, in the third mantra, second mantra only. That means he has forgotten the first mantra. This is the second mantra actually. Kurvane. Se pehle Ishavasya bole the. But he is interested in the second one, therefore definitely he will skip the first one. So, Yavad Jiva Karma Anushtana Niyame Sati. It is correct. Yavad Jiva Karma Anushtana Shrutine Diya. He is quoting correctly, but at the wrong time. Means after the first shloka. It is not for the Adhyatmika sadhakas. For the second grade people it is. That is missing. Guru corrects him that way. तो यावज्जीव कर्मानुष्ठाननियमे सति कथं विद्यायाः मोक्षसाधनत्वम्? How can there be the vidya gaining time, effort and gaining the moksha? Because niyam hai karma anushtana ka. No, these are the questions so intelligently put by Adi Shankara Bhagavan only in the mouth of the Purva Pakshi, but are the hints to those people. स्वामी जी मैं जिंदगी भर इतने सोशल एक्टिविटीज में ऑब्लिगेशन में इतना फंसा हूँ, बताओ ये मैं नहीं करूँगा तो आप करोगे क्या? अब इतने में फंसा हूँ तो मैं हाउ कैन आई कम टू उपनिषद क्लास? हाउ कैन आई गेन द ज्ञानम? हाँ, I wanted to give up, but then what to do? People come me, pressurize me. They ask me to come here, come there, join there. No, I can't say no to them. I can say no to you, God and Upanishads, but not to them, you know. ऐसे लोगों के लिए ये थोड़ा डंडा है. You know, Shruti only is telling karmani kurvan jiji shatakam samaha. And I'm following Shruti only. Then where is the time for the Upanishadic Jnana, Tattva Jnana and Moksha Sadhana? मतलब उसमें he is expressing majburi also. That Bhagavan has kept me so busy that he is not giving me a chance for moksha. Although I want really to come to class, listen Vedanta and do sadhana, but what to do? मैं इतनी उलझियों में उलझ जाता हूँ, फंस गया हूँ मैं. अब देखो, this is a soft ego. You know, this is a justifying ego. That is why they are not in the Siddhantis Paksha, they are in Purva Paksha. They do whatever they want, they get whatever they want, but not the thing which they have to get, the thing which they have to do, they won't. That is why Bhagavan Shankara in his Uttara Siddhanti clearly putting the picture. And for that he is giving the quotes. What is the question? समझ में आया ना? When Shruti Mata says कि कर्म कुर्वनेव शतसमाह जिजी विषेद, where is the time for jnana and moksha? Because 100 years is maximum आयु time, lifespan. 100 years काम करते रहो. तो typical, we are the examples for this. Get lost in everything, anything. Answer is what? Uchyate. Uchyate. What is that? Karmani adhikrutasya ayam niyamaha. Those who are in the karma adhikara, it is a niyama for them. And who are in the karma adhikara, who are still having plenty of vasanas, plenty of desires, plenty of obligations in the world, came because of prarabdha and created because of ignorance. You have to be very mindful about the understanding of this topic. Who is the adhikari for karma? Is that karma thopa gaya hai? कुछ होते हैं, but बहुत कुछ we take up on our head. And then we involve in karma, then we justify. So, Uchyate, I am giving you the answer. Karmani adhikrutasya ayam niyamaha. This niyama is for those who are in the karma adhikar. And then na anadhikrutasya aniyojyasya brahmavadinaha. Not for the one who has finished his adhikara for the karma because he exhausted vasanas by living that grastha ashrama etc. for sufficient time and exhausted his duties and exhausted his obligations. New things he has not created. Such one is karmani anadhikrutaha. The earlier one is karmani adhikruta. Adhikruta means इनको कर्म में अधिकार है, मतलब करना ही पड़ेगा कर्म. Anadhikrita means anadhikara means not required to be done. Now karmani anadhikrutasya, then aniyojyasya. Then aniyojyasya means the one who is not put in karma by the Shastra anymore. Because he is cleared, completed that life level. Third one is what? Ki Brahmavadinaha. The one who is a seeker of Brahma and the truth. To the seeker of the Brahman and the truth, and the one whom the Shastra has not ordered, and the one who has cleared all his obligations, therefore he is not anadhikrita. To him, this sentence is not mentioned. It is mentioned for therefore the one who is not a Brahmavadi, the one who has got lot of vasanas inside, and the one who is in the grastha, the ashrama, to whom the Shastra imposes. If you are in this lifestyle, these duties you have to do only. But the one who has understood Brahma Tattva want to reach it as the goal, therefore consciously, deliberately, with proper manner, gave up the world, detached from the world. For him there is no need of the karma. That shloka you quoted, Kurvanemeha, is not applicable to him. And for those who are not anadhikrita for karma, the jignasu, the same Upanishad, before shloka only told, ईशावास्यमिदगं सर्वं यत्किंच जगत्याम जगत तेन त्यक्तेन पुंजिताः मा कृतः कस्य स्विद्धनम. देखो, in that Upanishad of 18 mantras, 16 mantras talk about Brahma Jnana. One mantra talks about either Jnana or Karma, either of them if you don't do, you will be destroyed. Only one mantra talks about Karma, and this fellow holds to that mantra only. है कि नहीं? Out of 18 mantras. तो ईशावास्यम फर्स्ट वन, कुर्वन्नेवेह कर्माणि सेकंड वन. देन असूर्या नाम ते लोक, तो डांटते वहाँ. इफ यू डोंट डू एनी ऑफ दीज टू थिंग्स, यू विल गो टू असुर लोक. अंधेन तमसा वृतः तागंस्ते प्रेत्या विगच्छन्ति एके च आत्मन. आफ्टर दैट, about the Parabrahma only, about the Atman only, truth only, reality only, the whole Upanishad. अनेजदेकं मनसो जवीयो नैन देवाप्नुवन् पूर्वमर्षत् तद्धावतोऽन्यानत्तेति तिष्ठत् तस्मिन्नपो मातरिश्वा ददाति तदेजति तन्नैजति तद्दूरे तद्वन्द्के. These are all talking about the absolute truth only. So out of 18 mantras, he takes only what is, in his mind about the karma. Now, when one individual is in this way, by his choice, choosing the secondary, even Lord Guru become helpless. Guru and God can only keep in front of us. This is the best ultimate. This is secondary, the third level, this fourth level. The best is Brahma Vidya, secondary is Upasanas, Yajnas and all. The third one is Lokaseva and Dharma. The fourth one is as a bhogi, destroying the world or doing papa in the world. ये चार हैं. अब कौन सा चुनना है? Because we are given freedom, they won't. Like you are given a freedom to vote. After that, no, nobody can question you. In a dictatorial way of ruling, nobody dare to say anything. बट एक बार मिल गया हमको अधिकार, तो वोट हम देते हैं फिर. यहाँ भी to मनुष्य the freedom to choose is given, then the Guru God can't interfere. This we have to recognize that the options putting in front of me is their job. With that, their responsibility ends. What to choose among them is always my freedom, my choice. Then, therefore, let me choose the best. Here is where the unbiased, pure intellect comes into picture. The unbiased by the vasanas or the mind or senses. A pure, matured intellect comes into picture to clearly distinguish between all these four and choose what is best. And whom we are benefiting by choosing the best? Not Guru, not God, not Shastra, ourselves. That is why Bhagavan gave everything in Gita. Len yathechasi tatha kuru. Now, after all this exhaustive 50 page of Sambandha Bhashya also, if somebody chooses to be a Karmakandi or Samsari or the Bhogi, the Shankara Bhagavan, Shwethashwathara Rishi, Vyasa Bhagavan, what will they do? Just like whole every day throughout so many years, morning we are studying Upanishad. If people choose not to come, what can I do? I can't do anything, it is your life. But I'll go on doing my classes. अब नहीं आए तो मैं क्या कर सकता? Unknown people, anyway, they don't know. And those known people, It is in their discretion, na? Their unbiased thinking. Should they think what is best for me? Here also same thing. सो अनधिकृत जो है कर्मण अधिकृत है उनके लिए है, नॉट अनधिकृत अनियुज्य एंड ब्रह्मवादी. हो गया. नाउ तथा च. Now to the direct point question, direct answer is given. Now as that boy has quoted Purva Pakshi, Siddhanti also has to bring the references. Therefore tata cha, you know, vidushaha, for a one who is wanting to know the truth, and after knowing the truth तो उनको कर्म का अधिकार ही नहीं होता नहीं. But here vidusha means who is convinced about Brahma Prapti as the hetu for moksha. For such vidusha karma anadhikaram darshayati shruti. You are talking about karma adhikara. That is for what? The ajnani. But for the vidwan, कर्म में अधिकार है ही नहीं. He should not come this side. Like at home, na, mother shouts, आओ थोड़ा हेल्प करो, I am all alone working. You know, the same mother, when the exams of the children come, even the children want to come and help. She says, no, you don't come, I'll manage. You go and do your study. In the same way, Shruti Mata, for the ones who are at the lower level of evolutions, बुला कर कहती है ये उपासना करो, ये स्वधर्मानुष्ठान करो, ये यज्ञ करो. But the one who has become Vidushaha, he wants to have only Brahmanubhuti and Moksha. Even he wants to come and work. Shruti Mata says, Anadhikaraha, no, you need not. I'll do the Yoga Kshema Vahamyam, etc. You be busy in your the Vidya Prapti, the Moksha Prapti sadhana. ये बाकी यज्ञ उपासना धर्म अनुष्ठान ये सब you have gone beyond, you be there busy. Same Shruti Mata says. He quoted that Shruti. भगवान शंकरा अपने ये वाला श्रुति कोट कर रहे. तो विदुषः कर्मणि अनधिकारः श्रुति दर्शयति. क्लियर. तो विदुषः कर्म अनधिकारम दर्शयति श्रुति. These are the quotations. Beautiful. One after the other इतना झड़ी लगाएंगे. और इसमें जो शिव पुराण से और दो तीन पुराणों से जो क्लियर साधना दिया जाता है ना, इट इज सो परफेक्ट, सो ब्यूटीफुल. मैं तो एक एक शब्द पढ़ाऊंगा धीरे धीरे. नेक्स्ट 2-3 days that way classes are very good, crucial, because the subject matters importance and its simple way of presentation. ये रिकॉर्ड नहीं हो रहा है गुप्ता जी? It's a beautiful topic. I'll do. First quotation he gives is न एतद् विद्वान् ऋषिणा विधेयः न रुध्यते विधिना शब्दचारः. Means what? न एतद् विद्वान्, the knower of the truth, or the one who is exclusively pursuing the knowledge of the truth, the realization of the self. Rushina Videya na. No Rishi of higher level, including his own Guru, keeps a Vidhi Vidhana on him of the any of the other activities. So too, Shabdachara Vidina Narudhyate. He can never be, should not be stopped by the Shabdachara of the Shastra. Neither Shastra puts a vidhi on him, nor any rishi puts a vidhi on him for doing the karma. To that person who is convinced and therefore pursuing the Atma Prapti sadhana. That is the thing. Na etad vidvan rushina vidheya na rudhyate, na etad vidvan vidina shabdachara na rudhyate. Shabdachara vidina na rudhyate. So Shabdachara means the Upanishadic or the Vedic injunctions. Rishina means the other rishis are the gurus. When both of them only don't compel him into any karma, how can anybody else can compel? The one who is already reached the truth or who is convincingly walking the path of adhyana dhyana to reach the truth. To him, this kurvaneveha karmani is not applicable. One quotation. Second one. एतदस्म वै तत्पूर्वे विद्वांसः अग्निहोत्रं न जुहवान् चक्रिरे. So etadhasma vai, and because of this reason only, tad purve vidvamsaha, the earlier vidvamsaha, है ना, who wanted to become Vidwan and who tried to become Vidwan and who became Vidwan. Here Vidwan means, with means knowing, one means Vala, the ones who have become the knowers of the truths. So wanted to become knowers of truth, tried to become the knowers of truth, became so. All of them, when they were convinced of this path, when they were walking on that path of meditation to know the truth, all of them, Agnihotram na Juhavan Chakrire. They just close the entire the department and involvement and work of Agnihotra Juhavan Chakrire Juhoti. No more any Agnihotras in their life. The Agnihotra was fulfilled in propitiating devatas, in doing his obligations, upasana ho gaya abhi. Now when his mind is only for the truth, even the Agnihotradi also he just stops. Because if you are in that, as we have 100 times seen while studying all our other Upanishad and Bhashyam, when we are in the Yajna Agadi Karma, so I am the Karta, Yajamani, there is a Purohita, then Hota, Dvari Udgata, then the Yajna Kunda, then all the Dravyas, then the Mantrocharana offering. They go, how much of Bahirmukata is there in that? How much of the Dvaita is there in that? Then such thing, how can it take me to the Antarmukha Advaita Brahma? Therefore, to pull our attention from so many unwanted involvements, we are told to do the Yajna Upasana. Through the Yajna Upasana, when the Bahirmukhatas, all of them are gone, that means Antakarana achieved the Shuddhi required. Then we have to become Antarmukha to know the self only. We don't need to do continuously this work of Yajna Yaga. So these are all the explanation of the Karamana Antakarana Shuddhi Vidya Jnana Moksha Prapti Amrutattva Prapti. अब अंतकरण शुद्धि हो गया, he is pursuing only Paramatma, then he need not do yajna. Therefore, na Johavan Chakrire Purve Viddhamsaha. Okay, na etad vidvan Rishina Vide. Okay, etad hasmavai tat Purve Viddhamsaha Agnihotram na Johavan Chakrire. They just gave up that. They have done it for sufficient time. Through that, the required Antakarana Shuddhi they got. Now, once Antakarana is Shuddha, the purpose of the Yajna, Upasana, Loka Seva, Dharma Seva, over. You have to exclusively attend to the internal meditation to know the inner self. ज्ञान मार्ग को फॉलो करना है. तत्व ज्ञान, तत्व जिज्ञासा से तत्व को ही जानने का, that heated contemplation on the nature of the truth, then meditation on the truth we have to do. Okay, now one more quotation, very famous from Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Okay, etam vaitam atmanam viditva brahmanaha putraeshanayascha vittaeshanayascha lokaeshanayascha vyuthaya atha bhikshacharyam charanti. One of the very crystal clear expressions. Each of these quotes, really we have to have that inclination, that mood, that personality made fit for involving and deeply involving and studying Shastra. There's a great joy in knowing these things. So what is said here? Ki etam vai tam atmanam viditva. Having known this Atma Vastu, whenever this word is that, having known means either having experienced, but before experience, trying to experience it to such an extent that other than this, nothing else is wanted in their mind. For those people, that's the meaning of Vidvamsaha. Etam vai tam atmanam viditva. Having convinced about the presence of Atman, having convinced about experiencing the Atman is the hetu for the moksha. That is the meaning of etam vai tam atmanam viditva. Then what? Brahmanaha. The Brahmana means those who have made their antakarana shuddha sattva. Then what earlier life of worldliness they used to live, all of that they rise above. And what is that technical way of saying the worldly life? Putra eshanayaha cha, vitta eshanayaha cha, loka eshanayaha cha. Putra eshana is the bharya, the family and all. Vitta eshana is the naukri and salary, etc. Loka eshana is doing yajna upasana to get the better lokas. From all these three things, Vyuttaya, having risen above, Atha, what he does it? Bhikshacharyam charat. Now, is only two things to do. One, he wants to know Paramatma. For that, he'll have to be alive. For being alive, he goes to collect bhiksha once a day, little bit. So the bhiksha liya khaya. The whole day, he is only doing that searching, seeking of the truth. No putra eshana anymore in mind, his mind. No vitta eshana in his mind. No loka eshana in his mind. Putra eshana means the whole life of grahastha ashrama. Vitta eshana is to maintain that lot of wealth is required. Then the loka eshana is to do yagnopasana because they promise for the better lokas. No, any loka we go, that may be better than this, but that's not moksha. There also we are bound by individuality and other limitations. The freedom from all limitations only is only in the Atmanubhava Prapti. The one who is convinced about it and also seriously trying for it, he will be rising above these three Eshanas, and only for the sake of survival, he goes for Bhiksha. Bhikshacharya charanti जीने के लिए और जीना पूरा only to know the truth. Therefore, when there is no pitreshna, vitteshna, lokeshna, then where is the need of him doing any of the karma? So, in other words, those who have the eshanas inside, to fulfill them is forced from inside and by the Shastra to do the karma. The one who has become Yuddhita from the eshanas with the single agenda and goal that I have to know the self. For him, Shruti, anybody else cannot put compulsory injunctions कि तुमको उपासना करना है, यज्ञ करना है, धर्म करना है, लोक सेवा करना है. All of them, that person has transcended. एतं वै तमात्मानं विदित्वा ब्राह्मणाः पुत्रेषणायाश्च वित्तेषणायाश्च लोकेषणायाश्च व्युत्थाय अथ भिक्षाचर्यां चरन्ति चर्यं चरन्ति. It's a beautiful quote, isn't it? Brotharanyak mein hai wo. We'll study at that time also when we come to that Shastra. The same one. See, there is a group of Kavasheya rishis. They are also of the great. Kavasheya Guru होंगे. Kavasheya Guru, Kavasha, उनके शिष्य परंपरा. So they also lived life of Keval Atma Prapti. They were not busy in any of the karma and upasana kanda. वो हो चुका है, कर चुके हैं. तो उनका भी एक कोटेशन भगवान शंकर देते हैं कि एतद् वै तद् विद्वांसः आहुः ऋषयः कावशेयाः. Very interesting way of saying by these Kavasheya rishis. 3 points they say. Very cute they are. Again, I am saying, etad hasmavai. This is what the point. Tat vidvamsaha. The knowers and the wanting to knowers of the truth. Ahuhu rishayaha. Some other rishis said. This is what the other rishis who wanted to know the truth also have said. Who are those rishis? Kavasheyaha. The Kavasheya Sambandhi rishis. O Guru Parampara Vale. So, Kavasheyaha Rushayaha Ahuhu Tadvimsamsaha Kavasheyaha Rushaya Ahuhu Etadhasmavai. This is what they said. See that the different way of their saying. They say कि किमर्थाः वयम् अध्येष्यामहे. I know for what purpose now we have to study even the Shastras, because वही भी कर्म. शास्त्र पढ़ने का जो लक्ष्य है कि convincing about the Paramatma and convinced about the sadhana for that. When that is known, then we are not really required to do the Adhyayana. Or here the Adhyashyama is Veda Adhyayana. Karma Kanda, Upasana Kanda, Vishayi Vedika Adhyayana. Here, Kimartaha Vayam Adhyashyamahe. Why do we have to listen from those acharyas which teach us the Vedic portion of Yajna and Karma Kanda? Then Kimartaha Vayam Yakshyamahe. Then why we have to do the यज्ञ यागादि? तो यज्ञ यागादि पोर्शन ऑफ वेदा का अध्ययन करने का क्या जरूरत है हमको, और उस यज्ञ को करने का जरूरत क्या है हमको? We are not. Then they third thing, cute one. स ब्राह्मणः केन स्यात् येन स्यात् तेन ईदृश एव इति. वो जैसा है, जिस चीज के जैसा है वैसा है, वैसा ही है बस. It's a very interesting thing. Like, in some of the houses, within 17, 18 years, the child is understood by the parents, this fellow is good for nothing. He will not do any work given. Then he is busy. Up, they have to have the bhoj because they gave birth to that stupid fellow. So, anybody comes, they ask, why your son always plays and he never does study and helps you. You don't you say? कि ऐसे ही अब क्या करें, हमने कोशिश कर करके we are tired. I am giving you absolutely negative example for the absolutely positive point. In the same way, the wife gives up, that coaxing or trying to change the husband. She understands, but he comes late from office, or he gets up late in the morning, or is very gluttonous to eat, or is an angry personality, or is more towards his own mother, father, and never cares me. कोई भी है इनमें, वो बोलती है अब मैं तो उनको accept कर लिया, is like that only, I can't change. So to the husband does it. So here the Kavashya Rishis are saying, the Brahmana who is pursuing the truth, he is pursuing the truth, that's all. While doing so, he can't distract himself. The Yajna Upasana and the subject of Vedas of that Yajna Upasana, the study of that distracts him. So he is not interested in them. He is like that only. Like we gave the negative example, the positive one. That student right from the childhood only ambitious. He wants to crack that special, let us say, civil services exam. So he is also so busy in going to those classes, getting those books and studying in them. Then he is all that person also positive. He is not available for any other work. Then again the others ask parents, क्या वो आपका बच्चा कहीं खेल कूद में नहीं दिखता है, कहीं घर गृहस्थी के काम में नहीं दिखता है, ये न सियाद कि ये न सियाद वहाँ. But he is busy in preparing for civil services. He doesn't do, even if I tell, we know that. Therefore, we also don't tell him. That we have expression in these lines. कि सह ब्राह्मणः केन स्यात् येन स्यात् तेन ईदृशः एव. और जो है सो है, वो ऐसा ही बंदा है. Means in Bhikshacharya, he will survive himself, and then he is spending time in only trying to know the truth. While doing so, he needs to be introverted. Therefore, the extroverted, the yajna, upasana, karma, he cannot do them. He is like that only. He should be like that only. So Kavashya Rishi says, कि हम तो ब्राह्मण हैं, हम तो विद्वान हैं, हम तो तत्वज्ञान पाना है, तो हमको एक यज्ञ याग वाला विद्या का अध्ययन का क्या जरूरत है, और उस यज्ञ याग करने का क्या जरूरत है. वी आर तो ब्राह्मण, जो है सो है. हम वी डोंट वांट द उत्तम लोकास, देयरफॉर वी डोंट वांट टू डू द यज्ञास. We don't want to Ishta Devata Lokas, therefore we don't want to do the Upasanas. And we don't want any appreciation, praise from the world, so we will not do any the outer worldly Punya Karma and social Karma. And we have thanked our members closer, and we said this is where we could do our Dharma for you. We have done, sorry for anything else. We have cleared account everywhere. So then now we are like this. We are pursuing the truth. We will be like this only. We are not interested in the other things. The Kavashaya Rishyamka saying, so beautiful it is. That's why I said every of these topics here onwards are of very sweetness. The problem with us is within us we have not decided that we are spiritual seeker. Therefore, We only become extroverted, और ये वाला दुनिया को माया को मजा देता है. So therefore they also go on inviting us, go on putting us in so many indulgences, activities, etc. तो सूक्ष्म रूप से भगवान का माया, स्थूल रूप से जगत. अगर हम अंदर से प्रवृत्ति वाले हैं तो हमको प्रवृत्ति में लगाएगा. If we are of the Nivritti Marga to know the truth, neither God, nor Maya, nor Shastra, nor Guru, nor the world can pull us to be Bahirmukha. Therefore, it is in our choice of what goal you want that we command ourselves and the world to involve in. If our choice is Brahma Vidya, you pursue that only. Then no Yagni Yaga Upasana you will involve in, nobody involves, it invites you as also. Even Shruti Mata has no right to tell that person either Raja, nor even Guru, nor God. You know, when Sanat Kumar Adi were created Brahmadeva, they said, Papa, we are not interested in Pravrti Marga, we just want to meditate and realize. And Brahmadeva can't say, no, chalo go. He could not force them. He can't because they are viraga. वो काम बिगाड़ेंगे उनको काम में लगाओ तो अभी जाओ बेटा तुम. Like in Bhagavatam that Jadabharata was put in work by the parents, brothers, father. But he couldn't do them properly. काम बिगड़ ही रहा था because Parama Vairagi from inside. He only wants to establish in the truth. He was put in the fields to protect it from birds and animals. He was only watching them. खाओ खाओ करके. Some other works were given to him. He was not doing them. Not deliberately disobedient. His mind can't cooperate. Like our mind can't cooperate for sadhana, his mind can't cooperate for samsara. Then he left them, he just went. जड़ भरत जी का उदाहरण. सो कावशीय ऋषियों ने क्या कहा कि किमर्थाः वयम अध्येष्यामहे, why should we study the karma kanda portion of Vedas? Then kimartha vayam yakshamahe, why are we have to do the karma kanda doing the yajna upasana? सब ब्राह्मणः, he is the brahmana, केन स्यात् येन स्यात्, जो है उससे तृप्त है, and then तेन ईदृश एव इति, and with that he is pursuing spiritual sadhana. भिक्षा करेगा, जीवन चलाएगा, जीवन को परमात्मा को पाने के लिए लगाएगा. He is the Brahmana. We are of that category. So even if somebody freely teaches us how to do yajna and all, we don't want to learn. Even if somebody freely offers us, we will not go and participate in it. Because all that extroverted, all that karma sambandhi, that's all bandhanam we understood. We know the moksha is only knowing the truth or the self. Okay? Now, yataha Bhagavan. Having quoted the Kavashe Rishis, having quoted the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad Ityadi, now Bhagavan Shankara is quoting the Smruti Grantha. After Shruti is quoted, Smruti Grantha, nothing lesser than Srimad Bhagavad Gita itself, in the 3rd chapter. Having told that karma is a compulsory for all, later on Bhagavan says, except for these people, for everybody is karma required, and for these people, karma should not be done. That portion, the 2 shlokas set here, Bhagavan Shankara is quoting to substantiate. How far the yajna karma we have to involve with, and once the jignasa for Paramatma is very, very drudha, only pursue that one. Cute shlokas, these 2 3rd chapter wale. Let us chant the shlokas. Yastvatmaratirev syat atmatruptascha manavah atmanyeva cha santushtaha tasya karyam na vidyate naiva tasya kritenarthaha na kriteneha kaschana rajasya sarvabhuteshu kaschidharthavyapashrayah. तस्माद असक्त सतम कार्यम कर्म समाचर असक्तो याचरन कर्म परमाप्नोति पुरुषः कर्मणैव संसिद्धि मासदा जनकादयः. That's how continues the portion. So the first shlokas, unambiguous, clear meaning. Yahatu, whoever he may be, he who atmaratihi eva syat, who has matured and learned to revel, have the rati, the ramanam, only in the Atma. Atmaratireva syat. Atma truptascha manavaha. The one who is contented in the Atman only. Atmaneva santushtaha. Truptaha, contented and gratified. Atmaneva cha santushtaha. Tasya karyam na vidyate. There is no karya to him. The to be done duty नहीं है. बट इसमें थोड़ा सटल पॉइंट है. तस्य कार्यम नहीं विद्यते कहा, लेकिन तस्य कर्म न विद्यते नहीं कहा. दैट इज वाई they have no duty to do, but they do the service of the world as if it is a duty. That is out of their love and compassion. Like पूज्य गुरुदेव, कार्य नहीं है उनको, ये कंपल्सरी है तुमको करना करके, from the Shastra standpoint, from the demand of the Loka standpoint, from him standpoint, कार्य नहीं है. But don't you see him doing the karma more than all of us put together out of his love and compassion? तो संतों को, जीवन मुक्तों को कार्य ड्यूटी नहीं होता, लेकिन वो कर्म करते ही रहते हैं. दैट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ कुर्वन्नेव कर्माणि. आफ्टर रियलाइजेशन टू सर्व द वर्ल्ड out of love and compassion. So I have crossed the ocean of samsara. Let me help them. Shanta mahanto nivasanti santah vasantava lokaitam charantah tirna swayam bhima bhavarnavam janana heturanyana pitarayanti. They are the great. So what is the meaning of Atmarati, Atmatupti, Atmasantushti? This one. Then what is the meaning of Naivatasya Kurtena Arthaha? These three things in detail we will study tomorrow. So our intellect should get now the picture clear that as long as Antakarana is Ashuddha, only for the Shuddhi of the Antakarana, the Yajna, the Upasana, the Dharma we have to do. Dharma we have to do because it is Dharma. Yajna Upasana we do to invoke the Krupa of those Devatas, by which whatever the obligations, whatever the negativities, whatever the vasanas are there, Ashuddhis, they bless to remove. Once we find the Shuddhi in the Antakarana, only pursue the Brahma Jnana path of Adhyayana of the Shastra, Manana, Chintana, Dhyana. That's all. Once the truth is experienced, staying in that Anubhuti, from the Ishvara, whatever the order comes in the world to serve, अब कोई है ही नहीं, बस एक जगह बैठे रहो बस. Till the Sharira Patana stays somewhere, but inside is already one with the truth. इस तरह जीवन मुक्त होते हैं. So we have to understand all this clearly as a result of study of these things. Thank you, friends. Om Purnamada Om 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 Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnavadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Paramanishibhyo Parabrahmane Shruti MAATRE Tatsat Brahma Arpanamastu. Thank you, friends.